is to hopefully short Tesla below like 558-ish, and it's pretty solid support, which is why I feel comfortable with that. But I'm just expecting that to be priced in at some point. Maybe investors don't care though. Who knows? Twillo as well. I looked at this first, Mary, and this first off gave me, you know, some attention just because we see a triple rejection here. We see higher lows, which is what you always like to see. Oh, no, we want to stay on the page. You know, higher lows, all that stuff. But then also come back a little bit. And we also see that this line served as a support too. So we really like this Twillo setup. I think it's probably my favorite for today. Tesla, Facebook, Cat rejected off of that all-time high. We'd probably play it. That'll probably be pretty quick scalp though. Like we don't really, need to catch that, I don't think. Zoom user, hello. I love coffee. Well, while we're waiting for Tessa, Twillo, and Cat, let's start going through the watch list. Interesting. Mary, though, how's life been lately for you? What's new in the life of Mary Rose? Super busy with work. Yeah, yeah, I understand that. Everybody's healthy though. Everybody dodged the coronavirus, all that stuff. Okay. So Mary, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you own your own business or something like that? Oh my gosh, that's super cool. That is really cool, Mary. So good for you then that you have a lot of work. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, Mary. Totally. Really cool that your daughter's about to have her first baby. It's exciting. Yeah, I would be too. Is that going to be your first grandchild? Nice. That's super cool. Why don't you feel- Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, swings are definitely a lot less of a time commitment. Something that you should look into, Mary. I know I've been talking about it quite a bit. Are covered calls. You should really look into it. I think you might actually really like them. Super easy. You really don't have to monitor them like at all. Unlike swing trades, day trades, maybe like once a day you check up on them, but they're like really solid. I love them. Great like passive investment. It's almost like getting paid a dividend, but you get paid like a lot more than dividends do. Sounds like a good class. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can probably Zoom later this week about it. Something like that. It's not a bad idea. We like Chewy here, by the way. 71 point like 83 probably. I guess technically, Mary, your maximum loss would be the amount you paid in shares, subtracted by the amount that you get paid in premium for your contracts, right? So I guess that would be your max loss. So I mean, it would basically be if you do covered calls on Starbucks, your maximum loss would occur if Starbucks stock goes all the way down to zero, right? Because we actually own the stock during this. That'll never happen. I mean, I guess maybe it will, like give it 100 years or something, but in the foreseeable future, Starbucks stock will not go to zero, you know? So basically all of your risk lies in um, it basically all lies in the stock taking a pretty large drop. If your shares do get called away, you actually make money. So I wouldn't consider that a risk because you make money if that happens. Hmm. What am I looking at right now? I'm waiting for a Tesla. I don't know iPhone. If you know who Michael Burry is, or Alan Lynn, or anybody like that, he's the big short dude. He just announced that he had like a 580 million. I think that's the right number. 580 million short position on Tesla. So I'm kind of just waiting to short it. 558 is our line there. Twillo. Looking at Twillo over 305.3. Chewy. We're watching above 71.82, which it is close to currently. We'll want to make sure there's volume there, though. It looks like kind of a low volume day so far on Chewy. So we're going to have to watch for that. And then Cat. We've been looking, it's kind of playing around the all-time high. So we're kind of looking at that as well, iPhone. Also, I was just going through my watch list. Yeah, AT&T. It's kind of surprising, Mary, just with their merger and stuff. We still hold it in the dividend account though. So I'd stay strong. I think the dividend cut is kind of sad, but I think they recover. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, and it is long term. You know, it's 5 years, 10 years from now. So yeah, exactly. I think the merger news got overshadowed by the dividend cut on AT&T, Mary. So I think that's kind of where we're at right now with it. Mm, this coffee is so good. Has anybody ever been to Tate's Coffee? I just learned about it this year. Cruise options with September expirations are a good idea. Uh, huh. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like Norwegian would be a good one. Uh, I'll check it out. I mean, airlines have already recovered pretty well. Yeah, Isaac. So a friend of mine showed it to me. Actually, I mean, one of my people that was I was helping out with this hedge fund. We did a lot of like our meetings at Tate's. It's like really good. No, it's not in Colorado. It's in Boston. At least I don't think there's any in Colorado. Maybe there is. Yeah, I think iPhone. I think it's definitely speculative. play, right? Like it's definitely risky. You know, NCLH though, I mean, could support whatever. It looks like it could be loading up for a big move to the upside. You know, we even see, a little bit of a symmetrical triangle, basically just some consolidation happening right now. Yeah, I think I would agree with Alan here. I think shares are a way better way to go than options on this one. Just because the IV on these cruise lines are already pretty high. Uh, Along with that, I think that it could take longer. Yeah, exactly, Alan. I think it could take longer for them to recover than we think, which, will cause some issues with theta, stuff like that. Let's get ready for Chewy here, guys. Schwab. I've been having issues with Schwab on and off. Alan, you know what you should start doing is you should start selling covered calls on those shares. I think that'd be a good idea. I just love, especially with the IV, the price you're going to be getting is amazing. ACRX after earnings call yesterday seems to run on hope. Options trade here isn't really an opinion option. Not enough premium for me to sell covered calls. Give me 1 sec here. I want to see if Chewy breaks out. Also, I didn't listen to the ACRX earnings call, so I don't really know what happened there. If you can let me know what happened, that would be good. Yeah, I mean, that is an issue, Alan. I guess, yeah, I mean, I would. Did they get volume at Chewy? Not at all. Not at all. I mean, if it breaks out, we're hoping that there's volume. We'll see in a second, though. If it doesn't break out, it doesn't break out, and we won't enter. MACD on the upside. Come on. Please break. I just want to trade something. It's my first day back after the hedge fund. Let me do something. Oh man. Also, guys, I know I'm kind of biased towards um this fund just because they're utilizing a strategy that the hedge fund that I helped open is kind of using, and I've their earnings have been terrible last several quarters, but last night management came out and said they have a closeout letter from FDA. Oh, interesting. I'll look at their chart in a second. I don't think I have any necessarily. I don't think I have any insight on the actual, company. Like I don't really know much about them, so I don't think I could give you like a long-term advice on them. However, I'll look at the chart and we'll plot out some like support and resistances for you. Chewy's not moving, so we're just gonna go to it right now. ACRX. Oh, it's a pharma company, of course. Oh Lord. Okay. Usually I stay away from pharmas, to be honest, but we can check it out. Go to the dailies. Why don't you be? Oh, look at that. I mean, kind of a bounce off of the 200 moving average. That's always fun to see. Let's actually go to the 4 hours so we can see the after hours. Okay. Okay. I don't want to do a fib retracement. Where's my little tool that I want? It is a trend line. Oh, it's under this. I've totally forgot about that. My bad. Anyway, I would say first off, we kind of see. I totally messed this drawing up. I'll fix it in a second. I mean, this is like far off, man. Very far off. Something like right in this area here, you could be looking at for some sort of resistance zone. In terms of support, I guess you kind of only got like right here-ish even. I don't know, man. It looks, yeah. Moving average crossover would be big. Uh, I just don't see a lot around there in terms of like support resistances, all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I would assume it's going to get some pretty heavy volume after that day it just saw. Did we seriously miss Twillo? No way. Oh, okay. No way. No way. Chewy though, we're still waiting on. Yeah, that is a very ugly chart. I don't really even know how to chart that in terms of resistances, supports, all that stuff. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea, Market Sherpa. How's Caterpillar doing? Cat. Yeah, iPhone, that's not a bad option, I guess. I wouldn't be using VWAP though as a indicator. Boeing making a nice run. Let's check her out here. I was looking at the chart on Boeing. I didn't really see much. Guess we can kind of play just the clean 230 level. So iPhone, the VWAP is an absolutely amazing tool. Really great, except you can't really use it except for intraday trades, right? Just because we know that it resets every day. So it doesn't give us any long-term, picture onto the underlying stock. Also, let's just long Boeing here, kind of a YOLO, but I say we go for it. 230, nice round number, pre-market highs. We'll go for it. 521, 235 calls if it breaks out here. Good volume too, by the way. So the 521, 235 calls are trading right about like 1.5 a share. So we shall enter if it breaks out, or if it rejects like right now. That would be like really sad. You're having audio issues. Can you not hear me, Shin Chan, or how's that going? Can everybody else hear me, by the way? Loud and clear. Okay, love that. Twillo. Chewy still wants out. Cat. Boeing. You like Apple's iPhone? Yeah, Apple's are pretty cool. Oh, you mean like the stock Apple? I thought you meant like the fruit. Oh, okay, okay. Oh man. Okay, Apple. Let's check them out. Okay, that's embarrassing. Ugh. Um, I was actually listening to some people talking about Apple for a while. The stock has not moved the past, long time, ever since their, stock split, really. It really hasn't moved much. It's kind of been chilling in between these two areas. Definitely bullish though. I think if you're gonna play Apple, I like the swing trade to the upside just because, right? Look at this trend line. Allen covered calls are always the best, but I don't think, I mean, I guess, yeah, covered calls here. Anyway, though, yeah, I would go like any sort of, swing trade to the upside or even day trade, I guess. It just looks like a pretty nice bounce off of this trend line here. You can either try and enter at uh, a another retest of this trend line, or you can enter now. I guess price target if you're going to enter probably 135s ish. You can maybe even go lower. You can maybe even get into like 132. Yeah, pretty solid chart though, man. I really like it. Okay, Boeing wants something. Ooh, good question, man. With inflation and stuff, I mean, I think inflation's already higher than normal this month, if I read the last report correctly. I think the big deal with inflation fear is that it lasts longer than maybe, this quarter or this year, right? So I think if it lasts longer than that, that's what people are pretty afraid of. Um, Obviously, gold is always great, in terms of inflation, stuff like that. I think, are you asking me what stocks I'm planning on buying on the dip, or like what stocks I think will fare well in an inflationary market? Yeah, that is also true. The latter. What did I say second? What stocks I think will do well in an inflationary market? Yeah, I guess, you're going to be looking at, even like separately managed accounts are going to be doing really well, some SMAs. Just because, with the market gains, right? Say you make 8% on the market. However, there's 2% inflation rate. That's only going to come out to 6%. Some people are going to be pretty sad about those numbers. So I do see SMAs, gaining some steam, people looking for bigger returns. Um, I think REITs are also going to be big market Sherpa. I think, with inflation, stuff like that, housing would be big. Like, for example, actually a stock I really like. Oh, all right. See you, Mary Rose. I think O is just great. Dividends, all that stuff. And I do think they're kind of undervalued right now, in my opinion. Anyway, though, REITs like this, something like, more so housing market than actual equity side of things, I think is a pretty safe bet, market Sherpa. Um, GLD, I just like GLD, and obviously inflation and stuff. I think the big kicker with GLD though would be, do we really see a larger scale adoption of crypto, right? Like, for example, Tesla just announced that they weren't going to be accepting Bitcoin anymore because of like how it's not eco-friendly and stuff. We can play the VWAP bounce, by the way, on Boeing, guys. Since nothing else is breaking, we got to make our own plays, I guess. So yeah, I think that would be an option. F. Let me look at F. Oh, Ford. Ford. I think I mean, I haven't looked at the Ford chart in like a long time. Last time I looked at it though, they got beaten down pretty bad. Oh, look at this. They're doing pretty well actually. No, why do I always do that? Stay on page. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could short it around like this resistance, I guess. I guess I don't see much of a reason to short them besides this resistance, whatever. Um, yeah, just my humble opinion there. I'm also biased to Ford. Remind me the Boeing play. Yes. Basically, it's just going to be, that 330 or 230 level. Um, Also might play the VWAP bounce if it actually gets down to VWAP. Yeah, that would just be the 521 expiration if it breaks. We're going to pick up the same contracts here, though, if it bounces off VWAP. Do we risk it for the biscuit? Do we? Maybe we go super light. Yeah. I'm going like hella light, guys. Like I would usually probably pick up 30 of these. I'm literally picking up like 3. That's like how light I'm going. Like I would honestly buy like one contract. We'll scale into it if it does bounce. Why don't you feel? We'll have a super tight stop loss at like the 50-day moving average. I just entered. This is an expected loss, by the way, guys. The reason why I'm entering it is because I think the risk to reward is really there, right? We see, risk, we're maybe losing like 3%, right? Maybe 3% on it. But the reward is, we get it all the way back up here to the 230 level. I think that's a pretty solid trade to make, so probably an expected L. However, Grobsworth. Oops. Okay. Oh, that's sad. Time to stop out. Haven't traded rig in 10 plus years, but it seems to be warming up in energy. Rig. I don't even think I have rig on like my normal stock list. What's this company's whole issue? Oh wait, hold up a second. I think Boeing just bounced. Cool beans. Once again, we'll keep that stop loss the same. We'll say if this candle closes below the 50-day moving average, we'll stop out. So we got a minute and 10 seconds, guys. Rig. No, iPhone, don't average down. Don't average down. The idea of this play is just the risk to reward is like a really solid, you know, one of the few survivors from consolidation, pandemic balance sheets, blowouts, rig. Okay. Cool. Cool. I think, I mean, the Biden administration, obviously, for anybody, you know, in the oil side of things, the Biden administration is going to be pretty scary, I think. Uh, the chart looks pretty solid, though, right? You got, you know, some resistance or support level right around here, like that $3 level. Started to sell cash covered puts against it at 3.2. Love that. Do you know of Elevate Funds? It's a hedge fund based out in Colorado. Um, anyway, though, I'm like my buddy. His name's Shane Fleury. I mean, he's one of the people that really taught me how to trade well. He runs it, and that's literally all they do is sell cash secured puts, and he does really well for himself. The rig chart looked good to the upside, dude. I mean, just looking at the chart, it looks pretty nice. Once again, I don't know much about the company. So yeah, I mean it here's the deal with right selling cash secured puts is your win rate is just so much higher than buying option contracts, right? It's a really solid strategy. I like it. I've been starting to do it more. I just find it a little impractical for scalping, which is what I mainly do. Um, Yeah, exactly. Market Sherpa. You already know what your max loss is. I mean, I guess technically your max loss is like a lot, but right, it would be whatever your strike price is, right? Those 100 shares and then zero, I guess, if the stock goes to zero. So yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to do that math in my head. What? That's funny, iPhone. What contracts did you have on on rig? What strike are you selling? Why don't you fill me up? I think we're positive on Boeing right now, guys. We're up bigly. Feel free to trim if you're scared. No shame in taking profits, I guess. Yeah, let's just keep on moving up the stop loss. We'll put it right here now. All right, we'll just start moving up stop loss with the stock as we make the monies. Come on, Boeing. Okay, we're gonna move it up to like here now. Why don't you feel me? All right, let's take profit, guys. Boom. So can somebody do the math for me really quick so we can figure out percent gain? I think it was actually like a pretty solid percent gainer on Boeing. Oh, who else was in Boeing, by the way? Yeah, Market Sherpa. I mean, I really do love talking. I do mainly scalp. I would say my two main strategies are scalping, and then I do a lot of like selling covered calls, Market Sherpa, especially when I'm busy. When I'm busy, the covered calls are really solid. Um, what do you usually do, Market Sherpa? I think you were saying or you were selling cash secured puts. Did anybody buy Boeing, by the way? Like I said, I got in at 1.11 and I got out at 1.35, guys. Okay. What's stopping you from selling the covered calls? Is it just having to own those 100 shares? You don't like that part of it, or? Okay, that's cool. I love the crickets after we just make a good play. What is Boeing at now? Yeah. Great, Alan. What percent gain did you get? Just curious. So I got in at 1.1. I got out at, okay, so if you're still in Boeing iPhone, I would take profit here. This was kind of this was our take profit mark here. It was that 230 level. So I would take profit on it here. Why don't you feel- Nice, Alan. Yeah, I got in at 1.1, out at 1.35. So iPhone, the contracts are definitely not at 3.2. I'm seeing that they're at like 1.43 right now. Dude, why does somebody always beat me on the execution, Alan? It's always somebody. Oh, you're on a diff contract. Gotcha. Oh, this was the breakout we were looking for. We should have held. Paper hands. Oh well, move on. Good trade. 25% gainer. Why don't you feel market Sherpa though. Yeah, talk to me about what's like stopping you from doing those cash or the covered calls, I mean, if you don't mind me asking. Yeah, market Sherpa. That makes sense. However, I don't think that's necessarily true in every scenario. I think definitely with some penny stocks, it really is. 521, 235 call is what we had iPhone. At least that's what I had was a 235 call. We'd made good money though. Well done, team. Yeah, market share. But once again, though, I think that is definitely a factor is, your IV. So you get the bigger contracts. However, I don't think that's the only thing you need to be looking at. I think kind of the main thing that you're looking at is, do you like this company's profitability long term? Are you okay holding these stocks, indefinitely? Right. So like say, for example, Boeing. I don't sell covered calls on Boeing right now, but I would love, I mean, I own Boeing, right? Like I don't mind holding Boeing shares for the next, you know, 5 years, 10 years, just because we know with Boeing that the government will never let them fail, right? I think the US is like biggest export in terms of like, you know, airline stuff like that. They're like the US's biggest exporter. So like the government won't let them fail, right? So the idea is, even though the IV on Boeing is still pretty good for their contracts, but even though the IV isn't, yeah, that's a great idea, Market Sherpa. Oh Lord, Boeing, why you gotta play me like that though? Come on, man. iPhone, once again, I think you should take profit, just because that was like a really solid move we caught. Dude, I love you, iPhone. How much did you make on those Boeing calls? Anyway, though, yeah, back onto it, right? I mean, because we own the shares already, it's kind of one of those deals where it's like, am I willing to hold these long term, stuff like that. I think in terms of finding the best IV, it's gonna be like nice iPhone. Love to see that 45% gain. In terms of like the IV and stuff, you can definitely like find some like that, like such as You know, I got some like penny stocks down here. Like Sundial is gonna have huge IV, right? Like OEG. Like let's even look at oh wow, that's going crazy. Maybe sell contracts like the week before, right? Because those earnings could really take a chunk out of your profits. Like even like look at OEG right now, right? IV's implied volatility iPhone, right? I think you look at OEG, it's right on this 200 moving average, all of that stuff. Probably not a bad spot to buy shares. Really. Let's look at these contracts. Let's see how much they're selling for. So let's go like, I guess 521. I guess we could go 618. Let's just go 521 though. Like $5 calls. I mean, 5 cents a share. That's like not bad. I guess what if we go a month out on those $5 shares? Yeah, like 8 cents a share. Right. So what percent of your holdings is that? So you're gonna have 8 times. So that's $8 on $334. Wait, so 8 divided by 334. Yeah, I mean, look at it this way, right? So you're holding these shares, but I mean, weekly, you're making 2.4-ish%, which is like really, really solid. If somebody could, you know, rip 2.4%, that would be crazy. And then even if we go in the money though, that's going to be crazy. That's giving us like 30%, right? Per share, which is crazy. Oh, nice, man. The $3 strike on rig. That's solid, dude. Ugh. Pretty cool. Well, congrats to Boeing, everybody. We don't trade AMC iPhone. We don't do that. At least I don't. I mean, you can if you want. Only GameStop. They who shall not be named. Love that. Isaac, I wonder if you could make like a bot or something so every time somebody said AMC or GME on Discord, if it could like maybe not ban them by phone, but maybe like I don't know, have some funny response. I don't know. Or knock, yeah, or literally any freaking penny stock that has been on Reddit ever. Why don't you feel me? Still watching Twillo. Twillo's setup is so nasty. I absolutely love it. Go here. Let me just look at it, right? So you got like the 3 rejections here, higher lows, so some people would call it like ascending triangle, whatever. I don't really care about it. And then we got like this support turn into resistance, SNDL. What are their contracts trading at, Alan? Or not, Alan? Yeah, Alan. What is SNDL's contracts trading at? Hmm. I thought we were still on the covered calls option, or yeah, I thought we were still on the covered calls, but long-term holdings. I mean, if you're gonna buy it, I guess now's the time. Bet, dude. Let's check out Ford. Why don't you fill me up? I guess I'm just looking at Ford, right? I don't see really any great entry, right? We're kind of too late to be playing any bounce on Ford. I guess we could be playing this breakout area, like here on it. I don't know. Somebody correct me if they see something I don't. Gotcha, Sherpa. Makes sense. I dig that. This looks, I guess, like eh. Don't you feel me up, buttercup? Big facts, market Sherpa. this area is looking pretty solid. I'll add it to the watch list. We'll keep an eye on him. Ford. Yeah. I'm biased. I love Ford. My grandpa worked at Ford for a while. I never knew him, but that's what I heard at least. Dude, okay, I am just saying with this Bronco. So I'm a Jeep owner, right? I have like a Jeep Wrangler. I kitted it out. Twillo, come on. Give us some more volume. Yeah, Alan, I own 0 Ford actually at the moment. I do. Well, I've never done research into the actual financials of the stock. I say I like it because my grandpa worked there. Anyway, though, to continue on. Yeah, Isaac, whatever, dude. We don't have to talk about that. Uh, yeah, big facts market Sherpa. I do think though with their Bronco, I mean, here's the deal: is I love my Jeep. You know, I got like a big lift kit on it. I've right, I've got like the big tires, nice rims, all that stuff on my Jeep. But I will tell you, as soon as the Bronco is like out of this whole pre-order crap, it's going to be huge. I think it's going to take over the Jeep, at least the Wrangler. You know, it's just such a, it looks like such a nicer car. And it definitely will. It'll take some of that market share. Thoughts on NVIDIA? I know I have a really solid, there's that really solid like support demand zone. Everything iPhone, you missed everything. Really solid support demand zone here. I mean, I just haven't extended it out, but you can definitely extend that out. Really cool. I mean, it's just I love stocks. Like it's so cool how it does that. All right, obviously trading above the 50-day moving average, below the 200. So that's definitely like one of those things where we don't quite know which way it'll go. I would say let's go on to the dailies really quick. I do too. That's why like I told the hedge fund that I was done by Sunday. I would say with Nvidia, right? We break out of like this zone here. It could be a bounce here straight down to the downside because we do see this is, you know, technically a downward channel right now. So theoretically, Nvidia should keep on going to the downside. I think if it breaks out of this though, I would love to long Nvidia. Take it up to like even 620-ish. So that's my thoughts on Nvidia. I also do think though, I mean, everybody hates me for this. I am a bear more cases than not in terms of like long-term stock market stuff. The tech sector should not be, you know, at the point that it is right now. It just should not. Like it, all of the technicals are like the dot-com bubble all over again, you know, in terms of like PE ratios and all that stuff. Like it's basically the dot-com bubble all over again. That's exactly my thought, Sherpa. That's what I'm looking at. Nice, Alan. Still waiting for Twillo. We would also need it to pick up some volume though. I mean, 575 isn't a terrible scalp. Oh, I think I already have, yeah, I already have 578 on my chart. That's kind of funny. 578.9, I guess, is what I have, but I don't know. Where's right there? Dude, I'll enter that trade with you. Market Sherpa. We can sell some puts on this bad boy. I'm waiting to short Tesla. I was just talking earlier, I think before you got on. You know who Michael Burry is, right? Market Sherpa? Yeah, of course you do. You see, yeah, exactly. You see, he just announced like a 580 million short position on Tesla in his most recent like SEC filing. Pretty much. So I mean, I've been kind of waiting to short it. I'm kind of just looking for. I'm usually more of a momentum trader. Definitely you can play bounces, and I do every once in a while. A little bit more on the momentum side of things though. So I'm kind of just waiting for it to break out of this. Let me see if I can show you here. Literally very massively correlated. I'm kind of just waiting for Tesla to lose this support level here. Once when it does, we'll short it down to freaking hell. I just don't like Tesla, to be honest. I never have. Yeah, pretty much. Break 560 and they will lose like 50% of freaking stock value. Riot though. Chewy and Twillo. Kind of big sad that Twillo rejected there. Chewy. Can Riot recover? I guess I don't know, man. I'm not very big into crypto, to be honest. And it is right at its 200 moving average though, iPhone. Um, so I mean, I guess theoretically, now is not a terrible spot to buy. You know, 200 moving average, all that stuff. Um, I think talking about just the crypto market as a whole, right? Bitcoin's been freaking dying. Can I pull up Bitcoin on? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Can I pull up Bitcoin on Bitcoin USD? Thanks, Alan. I think I saw that it was down like 25% month to day or something like that. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, it's just dying. I think let's check out 1 month. Yeah, I mean, the 1 month it's down 21%. I just, I don't like it, man. This could be the old person in me. I'm not even old. I'm not even old. I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe I am. Maybe some of you guys would call me old. Yeah, exactly, market Sherpa. I think here's what I think of crypto. I think everybody should own a little bit. That's funny, Sherpa. I think everybody should own a little bit of crypto. I think maybe like literally 1 or 2% of your portfolio, maybe crypto. Just because it's an exposure play. It's just like anything else, right? It's only 1 or 2% of your portfolio. So if it goes to zero, whatever, you're down 1 or 2%. If it really works out though, it could rip, and it could, give you maybe 10%, 20% on your folio. So I think it's a good exposure play, but I think it's kind of foolish to be heavy in crypto, to be honest. Just curious, Market Sherpa, how old are you? I wonder if you got me beat. I'm 49. You do have me beat. Um, Congratulations. All right, iPhone. How old are you? Yeah, figures. That happens a lot. A lot of people forget. Why don't you fill me up, buttercup baby? Don't let me down. What time is it? 8:30. Market's been open for an hour. Just kind of figures. Dude, that is one weird thing. So, as people know that have been around for a while, I move between Boston and Colorado a lot. Yeah, I mean, Boeing was solid, man. Boeing had me basically hit my daily goal. Even I was super light in it, but it felt good. Uh, yeah, but since I moved between Boston and Colorado, the time change really messes me up when I'm trading. It's just weird to me to be waking up like at like 8:30 one day for market open at 9:30. But then, today, since I'm in Colorado, I'm waking up at like 6:30 and it just feels weird. Even though like technically, it's like with time difference, all that stuff, it kind of feels like the same time, but you know how it goes. Ugh. Yeah, Isaac, I got a couple, man. I mean, dude, I freaking love traveling. I love traveling, but I would say some of my big travel plans are I'm planning on going to the Cayman Islands. That'll probably be like in June-ish that I'm gonna hit the Caymans. I'm still waiting because they're saying that you need like a COVID vaccine to go, and I'm kind of scared about the vaccine, honestly. Nice iPhone. What did you just have to give them like your social security, all that stuff? Market Sherpa. I'm like mid-20s. Oh. No, but yeah, that is true, Alan. Anyway, though, yeah, the Caymans, definitely big on the list. Okay, why is Twillo and Chewy? Hold up a second here, guys. Oh gosh. Okay, fine, Chewy. Literally zero volume on Chewy. Like, this puts us in such a bad spot because it's like I want to enter. It looks solid and all, but like it also has zero volume. Yeah. What else besides the Caymans though? I think I was trying to go to what's that island? The Atlantis. They have Atlantis on it. What island is that? Anyway, though, I was gonna go there to play poker. That'd just be pretty sweet. Shin Chan, have fun at work, my man. Anyway, Atlantis, big one. I'm trying to go there this summer as well. So those are kind of the two big ones I got on my list. Are the Caymans and then Atlantis, I guess. Um, Caymans just because beach and like white sand, clear water, warm water. Atlantis because poker. Plug. How's Twilio volume? Is it just the market volume right now? Is that what I'm looking? Yeah, it is. I really do be like that. Why don't you feel me? Anyway, though, guys, I was kind of thinking of two things. I was thinking about doing some sort of, weekly, uh, like some sort of weekly covered call out. I guess I don't know what you guys think of it, but I was thinking doing that like weekly or something like that, and having the covered calls because I know a lot of you guys, right, are working with smaller accounts right now, and having those covered calls maybe like under $10 stocks. So that's maybe like, I think if I do my math right there, that should be $1,000 or less, right? Yeah. So I mean, I've been thinking about doing that for you guys. I don't know if you guys want me to or not. Um, it'd be kind of fun to do, I guess. Just see how maybe open up a separate account for, yeah, I don't know, and just do like a weekly call out there. I just always figured that would be fun. Why don't you feel me? I think if Twillo closes above this, maybe possibly swing it. Also, Market Sherpa, you said you wanted to talk at a later date. I know it feels a lot later, iPhone. Market Sherpa. I think Mary Rose was also asking if we could talk about like covered calls, stuff like that. So I mean, I think I would be totally willing to do a Zoom call with a couple people if you wanted to talk about anything. Yeah, Alan, what's up, buddy? Exxon. Daily chart. Are you talking about daily candles or literally just? Okay, definitely daily candles is looking like a cup and handle. So right, cup and handle. We're looking at, boom, and then here's the handle here. Theoretically, breakout here. Wait, yeah, right here. Man, I just don't. I use chart patterns quite a bit, right? But like you don't need to call them all these names, right? Like I literally just see this as, some sort of like resistance zone, something like that. But I guess it does help to classify them as patterns. Hourly inverted head and shoulders. Okay, now we go to the hourly. Inverse head and shoulders. So I guess how far out are you looking on the hourlies? You're talking like shoulder here, shoulder here. Ignore yesterday and today. Oh, okay. I do see the cup and handle that you're talking about though. I think if it's an inverted head and shoulders, right? So like normally a normal head and shoulders would be right, shoulder, head, shoulder, right? So I think if it was inverted, right? And then you would be looking at the breakout below this. I think if it's inverted though, right, that means it's a break to the upside because it's shoulder here, boom, boom, right? Breakout above this line here, if that makes sense. So I think inverted would be, we'd be looking for an upside play there. Why don't you Oh no, Twillo, don't leave without us. Should you average down on Exxon? Diamond hands, baby. No, I'm just joking. Give me 1 second here. I'm deciding whether or not to enter Twillo. Little volume spike, I guess. Kind of a baby one though. You know what? Why don't we just enter Twillo? Super light, guys. With it, probably a swing, honestly. We could swing it, or maybe we day trade it. Regroup end of day today. I just don't like its volume. My mind's telling me no, but my body says yes. That's kind of how I feel right now about Twillo. So it's probably going to be a no-go. Let's just check out these options really quick though. Pretty much iPhone. It pretty much is the cardinal sin. Yes, Alan. Okay. Watch this. It's going to be some like, oh Lord. I don't even see like, okay, so I'm looking at the chart you sent me right now. Hold on, let me stop sharing and then do a new share on that chart. Where did it just go? How do I share a new screen? Share screen. Boom. All right, guys, this is what Alan wants us to see here. Kind of looks like a smiley face, to be honest, man. I kind of like it. Anyway, I'm going to move back to my normal chart. I think that was like the smiley face pattern that we viewed. I guess, guys, what I'm thinking of right now is like it. Yeah, we aren't going to chase Twillo. The volume's too small really to be trading it anyway. That feels bad though. That really does feel bad. Oh well. Chewy, Tesla. Guys, I think we're gonna call it for today. Don't really see many more setups. Yep. Alan, I'll see you, buddy. Boeing was a good trade, I guess. So congratulations for everybody on taking Boeing. Where was Market Sherpa? Market Sherpa 555. If yeah, nice to meet you. If you want to talk sometime, just message me on Discord, or I can give you my number and we can, talk on the phone, whatever. iPhone. I'll see you, buddy. Let's get another one in tomorrow if we have some setups. I'll see you guys. I appreciate all of it. Yep, yep. See you all.